Spiritual biohacking. That's something I'm going to talk about today, so stick around. Hi, my name is Sachiaki Takamiya. I am the author of the Ikigai Diet and Ikigai Bio-Hacking. Right. Now, by the way, I am organizing a free Kindle book promotion for 3 days, for this spring equinox weekend. So we have the weekend of the 19th and the 20th and the 21st. I mean, 21st is a public holiday in Japan because it is the spring equinox day, and we usually have a holiday on that day. But anyway, starting on Saturday. So Pacific Standard Time on Saturday the 19th at 12 a.m., which is kind of 0. But anyway, at the beginning of the 19th, and then ending at 12 p.m. on the 21st of March on Monday. So that's the 12 o'clock at night. For 3 days, I'm offering a free Kindle book promotion. So if you haven't had a chance to read the book, please obtain the book. This occasion. Okay, so in the last video, which is a possible side effects of biohacking, I talked about the purpose of biohacking. There are two purposes. One is staying sick-free until 120 and extending your health span. The other is living until 200 or 150 or how long ever you want to live, extending your lifespan. And Ikigai Biohacking's purpose is the former one, staying sick-free until 120. So you are accepting death, you are happily dying when the time comes. This is because it is a spiritual biohacking. Spirituality is part of it, and therefore we don't believe that the death is the end of everything. There's a possibility that there's a life after death, and then sometime we don't know whether extending your lifespan is the best interest of your soul, right? Okay, so today I'd like to talk about spiritual biohacking, spiritual side of Ikigai Biohacking. Now, having said that, it isn't really spiritual biohacking because spirituality is just part of it. So it is more correct to say holistic biohacking. So the other word, I don't necessarily emphasize the spirituality, but I don't exclude it either. Spirituality is just part of it. It's just like an ancient holistic health, going back to Greece, or it's not only Greece, in India, China, or ancient Egypt, the whole, the same thing. They had this holistic belief of health. Health is the body, mind, and spirits are all part of the health, and you need to look at things from different directions and different angles. So that is more like what the Ikigai Biohacking is all about. It's not necessarily stressing the spiritual side, but spirituality is just part of it. We don't exclude it. Ikigai Biohacking is based on Japanese natural health, which is the holistic health similar to the ancient understanding of health in Greece, India, and China. And Japanese natural health is very much influenced by the ancient Chinese philosophy. But we do also value modern scientific discoveries. In fact, a lot of the methods are based on Japanese natural health, but I carefully selected the ones which coincided with modern scientific discoveries. So the balance between Japanese natural health and modern scientific discoveries is crucial in Ikigai Biohacking. Right. And then that is the same in regular biohacking or, like anti-aging or longevity field in general. Yeah, they do value Oriental methods such as yoga and, qi-gong and stuff like that too. So it's not like they are excluding the spiritual side. They don't maybe call it spiritual, but this kind of holistic, side of health. Yeah, either. Yeah. Having said that, more and more, I think science is stressed a lot, yeah, these days. Partly because many scientists and many medical doctors are involved in the field. And then, of course, if they are scientists, they want to, talk about science, and they cannot actually talk about spirituality so much, yeah? So more and more science is stressed. And then more and more evidence-based, yeah, people look for evidence, and you need to prove if something works or not, and then search for the evidence. It has become the mainstream culture of the wellness and health, yeah, which is a good thing. Yeah, I do like to check the evidence myself too. Yeah, and then, however, how do you get the evidence? How do you measure things? Yeah. And then we are using the science, like modern scientific methods to measure things, right? You don't use the Oriental method or spiritual methods to measure things, yeah? Because for the spiritual way of measuring things is using your intuition, or it's more like experience-based, yeah? You have to kind of transform yourself, transform your consciousness to understand something, yeah, that cannot be achieved using a regular scientific method of experiment, yeah. So if you're using only one approach to measure things, it kind of lacks in balance, yeah. It is more, definitely the science is more stressed in that sense, yeah. And then when we say everything has to be measurable, yeah, if we have something that is not measurable based on modern science, that can be excluded, or we cannot use that because there's no evidence for it. Then you might miss something significant, partly just because it is not measurable. Yeah. So the yin and yang. Yeah, this is the Chinese concept. Yin is more like a feminine, kind of intuitive sort of side, and yang is more masculine, kind of analytical side. So at the moment, I think this yang side, analytical, masculine side, is a lot more stressed, and kind of feminine inside is sort of suppressed. Yeah, and then yet, yeah, in spite of the fact that everything is becoming analytical, in some way, science is becoming like a new religion. Yeah, a lot of people believe in science. A lot of people have a faith in science. It's not so much about the scientist, but other people, like people in the media, for example, they say, follow the science, but do they really understand science? Because science, true science is, you never have the answer. Yeah, you're always searching. Yeah, right now you have these evidence, and then you can say maybe there's a possibility that this is right, but that can change next year. That can change next month. So you can never have the right answer. You're always open to new ideas. But some newscasters nowadays saying this is the answer, you need to follow this answer, and the other discoveries which don't comply with this answer is a false, or misinformation and so on. That's not science, that's a religion. Yeah. So and I think the problem is the ties with corporations. Yeah, I do believe in science, and I think a lot of scientists are doing genuinely, they're just doing research and conducting experiments and so on. But unfortunately, the whole industry has ties with corporations, because especially in the field of wellness and medicine. And medicine has always been a lucrative industry. Yeah, it makes a lot of money. Therefore, many corporations are interested in, medical discoveries and so on. And then the wellness industry too. Although they seem to be combating the medical industry, maybe they have ties with new corporations. Yeah, so it's basically the same thing, really. Yeah, I'm not saying every method is like that, but yeah, we need to question about this side of science. Yeah. So we need to keep the balance. Yeah. What I'm saying is we need the balance. We need to kind of stop and then kind of watch and see what's happening around and then keep the balance, yeah, between yin and yang, right? Now, so I said spiritual biohacking, but I don't stress spirituality so much myself. As a matter of fact, at the end of my book, in the last chapter of Ikigai Bio-Hacking, I tell people to be a seeker, not a follower. Yeah. So if that means even spirituality, you don't have the answer. You're always seeking a new answer and seeking, and you're open to new possibilities. Yeah. And then one of the sort of factors of Ikigai Biohacking is to be independent. Yeah, I talked about it in the last video too. Independence is very important. That means to be independent from the medical structure, to be independent from the big pharma. Yeah, and then, but that means you also want to be independent from the big tech too. You want to be independent from science and technology. Yeah, and then does it mean you become a spiritual? No, you want to be independent from spirituality too. You want to be independent from any kind of religious organization. And you are the individual person, individual seeker, basically using all information, whether it is spiritual or scientific or anything, and then find your own answer that serves your interest. Yeah. That is the main thing of Ikigai Biohacking. Okay, so thank you for watching today. So again, I am organizing a free promotion free Kindle book campaign for 3 days, starting on March 19th and then ending on March 21st. So please get the book at this occasion. All right, so if you like this video, please give me your thumb up and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next video. Live with your Ikigai.